Tim, Kirby Russia, hot takes live from the Bering Strait. What's with the new Dmitry Medvedev?
Я служу своей стране. Да мне плевать на эти санкции. Уверен, что такая же позиция и у президента Путина, и моих товарищей. Мы граждане России, мы служим России. Не следует забывать, что Россия имеет тысячелетнюю историю, является постоянным членом Совета Безопасности, имеет крупнейший ядерный потенциал в мире.
Now, if you haven't noticed, Dmitry Medvedev, since the start of the special operation, has completely changed in tone. This kind of smaller, squeakier, quieter, known to be liberal, at least officially politician. He should just be called Blood and Guts Dima now. He has been writing some very, very brutal, harsh tweets. He is maybe the biggest proponent of the special operation of anyone. So how did this, supposedly liberal former president...
He was once seen by admirers as Russia's great hope for reform. But as president, Medvedev never stepped out of the shadow of Vladimir Putin. Medvedev's presidency contained some remarkable gestures towards change. He championed a reset of relations with Washington that saw Obama visit Moscow in 2009.
And former prime minister become this new ardent super patriot. There are sort of two theories about this, and I'll share them with you. The first one is the more mainstream one. The second one is my one. Now, the first one is very easy. It's something called butt kissing, which is something you need to do in politics. Is there a lot of politicians who just go with the program? They want the money, they want the cash, they want the nice house and all that stuff. And Medvedev, I think, kind of could have seen the way that the wind was blowing. And if he didn't go hardcore patriotic right now, he'd be in a world of trouble. He might be, having to clean toilets in Germany to survive or something. So this was probably, a moment where he could have been just too deep, where if he is the liberal he was purported to be. Because remember back to the whole time when Medvedev was in power, because he's such a fan of Apple technology and photography, and because he was sort of more soft-spoken, he was really projected to the public as being some sort of like liberal. So that way it would kind of appease a lot of the more powerful Moscow and St. Petersburg liberals to feel that they had a place in the country and to avert some sort of color revolution. Well, they didn't like him. So, and the reason they maybe didn't like him is because, it's my personal theory, that I think Medvedev, in connection with this whole thing of him being marketed as his liberal candidate, perhaps they really played up his more softer liberal side and sort of created a Dmitry Medvedev who doesn't actually exist. Because if we look through all the amounts of especially Russian liberals who've sort of gotten the push out of power over the years, somehow Medvedev's been able to stay. And that's probably because I think he was just really trying to put on a bit of an act. I think it was all sort of a marketing thing. And I think that Medvedev may be in some ways in a little bit right now overcompensating because he's had to play the role of this soft, kind of spineless, lefty kind of guy. And now he's sort of finally gotten the chance to really let the tiger out of its cage in a way. So I think that's, in my personal opinion, what's actually happening. He was forced into playing this temporarily important role of being this sort of like liberal ombudsman between the Russian government and the liberal powers that be in Moscow and St. Petersburg for a time. And now I think he's taking the chance to sort of reinvent himself, which is good because he's still pretty young, and it'll look a lot better, I think, on his gravestone to be known as this guy who sort of bit the bullet for Russia and pretended to kind of be someone else and then revealed who he truly was, rather than if he were to have died 2 years ago because of some reason, then everyone would have just remembered him as that kind of lame, semi-liberal kind of president who really didn't do that much. And, when Gaddafi got killed, boy, they didn't handle that very well. And it seemed like during the Georgian war, it was really Putin who was sort of behind the military strategy there. So anyways, this is a good thing for Medvedev's legacy. And Dima, blood and guts Dima, it's nice to meet you, finally. So anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video and you like the opinions coming out of my big fat mouth, then join up on my Telegram channel. That's Tim Kirby Hardcore on Telegram. Link, of course, in the description.